What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of The Shy Natural Lighting. Okay, girl, I ain't even got to turn my light on. You know what I'm saying? I got natural lighting coming in. Girl, this is, anyway, moving on from that. What did I say? The Shy? No, bitch, this is Power. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Girl, I was about to say something. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. First of all, I was going to do this last night, but I just didn't feel like doing it last night. After I did the Shy review and I put that other video up, the video that y'all got tonight, or I should say that's up now, the little, me talking or whatever, I recorded that right after I did the Shy. And then I was like, should I go ahead and do Raising Kanan? No, I just didn't feel like it. But, your girl woke up early and went to the store. Okay, I said, you know what? Ashley usually don't do things like that. But I went to the Walmart around the corner. And when I tell you it's around the corner, it's literally a couple of blocks away. It's down the block around the corner. I didn't realize that it was that damn close because I had took a Uber. I took a Uber to go up the block, okay? But actually, I needed it because I had got a lot of stuff. So, it is what it is. But anyway, we are back for another episode, like I said, of Power Book 4, no, Book 3, Raising Kanan. First of all, let's address this. Okay? The whole situation, first of all, this is season 2, episode 3, Sleeping Dogs. We have to address the whole situation that happened with Lil Scrappy. Lil Scrappy. Oh, God. Anyway, we got to address it because it's very much unfortunate. And, sometimes I watch this and I don't look at it as I go. Well, I record as I go. You know what I'm saying? So I can get everything in. So sometimes it doesn't, I don't think of stuff right away. But as I was reading the comments and everything, I agree wholeheartedly with everybody who was saying, I don't believe at this point that Scrappy really was the one that was the informant. And honestly, I don't feel like there was anybody that was an informant. And I know somebody had pointed out that when Scrappy's mama's car gang got, raided by the police, and when the police came through, she was like, did you talk to Detective so-and-so and so-and-so? Most likely, I don't feel like she was informing or saying that she was a CI by knowing a detective name. Y'all do know that it's a lot of these cops or whatever that were out there, especially back then, that were in on the take. So you're not necessarily an informant. You're getting paid under the table to just, keep shit, turn a blind eye to things. That's what I felt that was happening. And I totally feel after reading the comments and going back and looking at it, yeah, Howard set that boy up to get killed, to get at, Raquel. I don't know if he knew that that's what he was doing, but I feel like he probably, not infiltrating, but trying to put some little discord in there to cause a little ruckus or whatever, shake her a little bit. So now you got got rid of one of your main powerful dudes. Because believe it or not, Scrappy was real loyal. Scrappy was loyal as hell, okay? And unfortunately, he got. And honestly, I feel like this is probably gonna be what's gonna be her downfall, Raquel, because at this point she's moving too reckless. And when I say reckless, I mean she's trying to get it all, and she's not communicating that well with everybody. We saw the scene where they're in first of all, Baby Juliana almost got. So I don't know what happened to her because I'm still looking at the episode. But the episode opened up with these little boys up in there trying to look at the little Penthouse magazine. Let me tell you something. I ain't never been to no store where they had like little nudie magazines in there or whatever. That's how old I am. I've never been to a store like that. So I said, oh, where did they do this at? But I have gone to a video store. It was never like Blockbusters or what was the other one called? What was the other? Oh, my Hollywood Videos. We had a Hollywood Video out here, which was great. Let me tell you something. If you was a gamer and they had it before Blockbuster had it, I don't even remember if Blockbuster eventually got it, but if you went to Hollywood Videos out here in Chicago, Baby, they had regular DVDs and everything from the new releases, old releases, and different genres. And then right over on the opposite side, it was nothing but video games that you can rent out. I said, oh, they was ahead of their time. Because at one point, didn't Netflix used to do that? Y'all remember when Netflix, you used to have to, mail get a plan where you can only get like 3 DVDs or you can get 5 DVDs, and then you have to turn the DVDs back in order to get some more DVDs. Them bitches then came a long way. Streaming and took over everything. But anyway, them little kids was up in there looking at the little penthouse, or at least trying to look at it, and Juliana called them, told them to go ahead. She in there looking at her little stories or whatever, and she's so enthralled in whatever it is that she looking at on the TV. She like this. Girl, somebody come up in there and they got something to eat or whatever, and it cost 85 cents. She was like, 85 cents. And then she didn't even really look at the person. She just gave him the 15 cents back. Next thing you know, the gun come out. And I said, oh my God, Juliana, not Juliana. What's going on? Juliana looked up like, hold up, wait. I said, bitch, unique. I mean, in order to get at Rock, I can see him coming at her stash. Now, the baby mama, she done already told him that, listen, I done seen Rock at the place or whatever. I'm scared. Unique said she ain't gonna touch shit because he gonna touch that shit first. I said, oh, wow. So now she realized all he had to put 2 and 2 together is that, she got some shit stashed up in there. Because why she up in there in the back talking to old girl like that? But anyway, moving on from that, Rock was up in there with Marvin. And this is what I'm talking about when I say like she moving too fast, she doing too much. I feel like she being a little reckless. I understand in this drug gang, you trying to be on top. In any gang, you want to be on top. You want to be the Dundada. Oh, shit, cute. Nice doggy. Anyway, that felt weird. Okay, I felt like men that be doing shit like that. Anyway, scratch that out the memory banks. She's just really nice. She had a natural too. We could be natural together. Anyway, so she up in there with Marvin in this new place, and I think they in New Jersey. This is Royale's cousin's place or whatever. It's like another trap house that they're about to open up. Her whole thing is she's trying to expand. And like I said, I get it that, you want to be out here and you want to have an empire. You want to be a mogul. You want to take over the game, okay? You are a drug princess. You want to be Griselda Blanco up in this bitch. I understand that shit. But you got to be a little bit more strategic, and you have to let people in on what you're doing. Like, she making moves without the people that's supposed to be with her knowing what's going on, and she want to expand to New Jersey. And Marvin is like, first of all, because she said she gonna have Royale do some stuff. And he was like, so you using him? It was like, no, I'm just saying, like, he got the connections. This is what we using for right now. This is the place. She gonna put this other dude that was there in charge of it or whatever for the time being. And Marvin whole thing is, we don't need to be out here in Jersey because we don't know anybody out here in New Jersey. She said it don't matter because we know how the game works. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, you know how the game works out there in New York, okay? New York. But you don't know how it work out there in Jersey. Niggas probably different. You just don't know. Even though y'all brothers and sis, they probably different, bitch. And I'm just like, damn, Rock, could you please slow down, okay? Please just slow down a little bit. Meanwhile, Detective Howard ass, Kanan trying to go out the crib. He's sitting out there just waiting. I said, oh, Lord. He already said what he was going to do, because eventually, Rock was going to try to kill him before that secret got out that he was Kanan's daddy. And so, therefore, Detective Howard knew exactly what he needed to do. Bitch, let me get to him before she does, okay? So, he told Kanan to get in the car. Let's talk for a minute. Of course, Kanan is scared and feeling some type of way because I feel like he felt like he was about to say something about him shooting him and all of this stuff or whatever. But basically what he told him, while he's sitting there looking like a little scared little bitch, which understandable because I would have been scared too. Let me strike that bitch from the record. Because I don't know. I don't trust cops like that. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them. But especially not one that just got injured by my hand. Okay. So he basically said, I'm your daddy. Okay, that's all I want to say. I want to say your daddy, you grew up thinking that this other nigga was your daddy and that ain't your daddy, okay? Now, I already told Rock about it. I literally just found out about it. And, you know, Rock probably going to try to say that I'm crazy or whatever and just let you know that it ain't that. Bitch, when he said, I'm your father, Kanan was like, the laugh that he did without laughing, it was just the sound. It was like, bitch, what? But I don't want to say, bitch, what? You know, it was all of that. I fucking hollered for a second, but he was like, you know what? If I would have known, I would have been up in your life, most likely, hopefully. I said, it wasn't no reinsurance. Don't come to me telling me that you my daddy or whatever, and that you didn't know, but then you would have liked to have been in my life, or at least you thought you would. It gave very much, I may or may not still would have been in your life even if I knew. That's how his response was, okay? I said, bitch, you could have kept that. You could have kept that. He was like, you know, I want to get to know you and all this stuff. Candace said, now listen, I got to go meet my mom and my friends, okay? So, hey, you do what you got to do, all right? Meanwhile, you got Marvin up there in, you know, anger management, and he just being an ass. He just being an ass. But at the same time, you know, I relate so much to Marvin in the way that he is responding to this, because sometimes when you listen to things, it's like the stuff that she is giving and the instructor or the teacher at the anger management class, it's like common sense stuff. And you know, because we got this age of Google, they didn't or whatever, but still it's common sense stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you listening to people talk and you just like, this don't, like, really, this is it or whatever. Like, this is trivial, this is small, this is stupid, this is a waste of my time. I am very much that type of person, okay? So when Marvin was sitting there and he was just eating that donut, and when he, and then she was like, so when you gonna share? He said, I ain't got shit to share. Well, you gonna share something today, okay? And he was like, okay, fine. What if somebody with stank breath come up in my face and I cuss their ass out or whatever? And it was like, you know, that's some aggressive shit or whatever. And that's me. I'm the aggressive dude or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. And I'm feeling like they're building up something that's supposed to happen between him and old girl, because she's very much not letting him back. He's not backing down from her, and she's very much not letting him intimidate her. Okay, so I like that. But at the same time, girl, I don't want you to get involved with this. You ain't no street girl. You probably gonna be a casualty. You saw what happened to Gloria on Book Force. Okay, so you know there's that. But when she started saying, you know how I taught you guys how to deal with the anger and everything. What you have to do, just breathe. And then when she looked over there to Marvin, Marvin wasn't breathing. And Marvin said, I said, bitch, Marvin is the comic relief, okay? And speaking of Marvin, you got Jukebox finally in the studio. Finally in the studio, bitch. And I was just like, thank you, okay? She was in there. She was doing her thing. And I feel as though they didn't even really have her going as full out as she really does in real life, because Mama is a real singer, okay? They made it seem as though she was really like this teenager that hasn't had any like vocal training or whatever, but it still sounded real good for her. And I was very much here for it, because this is what we kept on saying. You have a fucking studio. Why won't you go ahead and put your niece up in the studio? And part of that reason was because Marvin didn't want her in the studio. But you know, Marvin and old girl don't fuck around with each other no more, or at least Jukebox don't fuck around with him no more. So it's like, fuck that shit. Go ahead and throw me in, coach. You know? And so once she get out the booth, Quincy just basically say, or I should say Crown, you got the sound, but you ain't got the look. Your voice make me want to, you know, be with you or whatever. But then when I see you, it's just like, I don't want to fuck that, you know, because she's very much tomboyish. Because we know that she's gay, but she's more so of a tomboyish, kind of like a STEM. She's not all the way masculine, but she's not all the way feminine. She's like in the mix, okay? She know how to play equally with her masculine and her feminine parts. And basically, you know, she was offended by that shit. Because at first, you know, Lou was trying to take up for her because, you know, that's my niece or whatever. You can't be talking to her like that or whatever. But then he kind of said you do kind of need to play up on and bring your shit out a little bit more. And that kind of offended her. And I get it. And, you know, Crown, he ain't said nothing but what's been being said throughout the whole music industry, throughout the whole entertainment industry, period. If you want sex sales, there it is. Sex sells, a sexy image sells when it comes to a woman, especially because you had some R&B dudes back in the day that did not look nothing like nothing, okay? But yet they shit sold because it really wasn't about the looks for them. It was about the voice, okay? But then when it gets to like women, a lot of these women we saw, they got record labels or record deals or whatever, and they can't really sing. It's the look. And Crown even called Lulu out on it. That's what you pulled that little bitch up in here for, Ziza, because she was pretty. That's what it is, and you wanted to fuck her. That's what it is, because her voice really wasn't all that. And, you know, at this point, unfortunately, that still goes on today. That still goes on today. But I'm the type of person, bitch, if you sound good, I'm going to support you. Unfortunately, that's just not what it is. And then, you know, Lou had to call him out about, ooh, I almost dropped my phone. Lou had to call his ass out about getting old girl a job. Now, I was about to say, I thought Lou was about to call him out about fucking with her. Like putting two to two together and be like, yeah, so you got her this job because you fucking with her or whatever. But that ain't happened. I don't think Mr. Crown gonna be around too long when it comes to Lou. I really feel like he ain't got too many days. So, the lady called him openly aggressive. Openly aggressive. Girl, any fucking way. We get Kanan going to meet up with Famous. He outside some building or whatever. And of course he feels some type of way because Kanan is a little bit late. So basically what was going on is he was looking for apartments to stay at. And he was like, I already looked up in there, the fucking bathroom up in the kitchen, and it's just a mess or whatever, but he still can't afford it. And his mother even went as far as saying to other family members that don't help him out, don't give him no money, don't do nothing for him. Bitch, at this point, when I heard that shit, now I was like, now mama, I understand you being upset that he bringing bitches up in the house. You know, he ain't really been doing up to his best potential, but he is still a kid. He is still a kid. And granted, you know, you should have more respect for your parents or whatever. So I'm like, is this his first offense? Because the way that she went all the way off on the deep end and kicked him all the way out, knowing damn well he ain't got no job, he ain't got no money, he ain't got nothing. You put him into the streets, to the wolves, whatever. Be like, baby boy, if I go out here, I'm going to get killed. And if I get killed, that's going to be on you. That's all I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for him to say some shit like that. But I'm just like, I just could not kick my kid out like that. I mean, I will restrict them, but especially if it's the first offense, no, I just couldn't kick him out like that. I would have to, we're going to have to talk. I'll probably beat your ass if that's what I need. I mean, I shouldn't say that because, you know, some people be like, that's what's wrong. You know, y'all shouldn't be whooping people asses and all this stuff, and that's abuse and boo, boo, boo. But some of these kids need to be popped, okay? And he a grown man, well, he a teenager in a grown man's body, so I pop him a couple of times and be like, sit your ass down, okay? You could take that. But at the same time, it's like, why kick him out? I mean, I get it, but I just thought she was trying to teach him a lesson. I really thought that she was going to be like, okay, come on in, especially after the daughter left, you know. But you going as far as telling the family not to help him, that's fucked up. Meanwhile, you know, he said he can't take sleeping at the YMCA no more because old man tried to come up in his, you know, touch on him and everything. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. He also told him, did you hear about Scrap? Okay, Scrap committed suicide. They found his body in the building or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, what? So, I mean, Rock did shoot him on the side of the temple or whatever. So, that is a common place where a person, either left-handed or right-handed, would, you know, probably blow their brains out or whatever. I'm sorry for the trigger warning. I should have said that first to being so graphic. But at the same time, I'm with Kanan. Like, that boy was like so loyal. He was so, you know, into this game or whatever. Ain't nothing like he was here for the eye patch and everything. Somebody said, how did he get the eye patch? Go back to season 1 towards the end when everything was ramping up and it was the war, I think, between Unique and Rock's people. Scrap got caught up in the melee. They called him up and they beat the fuck out of him. They fucked him up real bad, okay? And he wound up losing his eye in the process. But other than that, I was just like, Raquel really didn't give him no benefit of the doubt. For somebody that was as loyal as he was, she didn't give him the benefit of the doubt at all. You know, she didn't thoroughly check, if you ask me, and she just went on ahead and took him out. And then they trying to make it seem like it's a suicide. Get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, Kanan then went up there to the drug house, okay, to the projects or whatever, looking for Marvin, disguising looking for Marvin and his mama. Come to find out, he was just going up there to go steal some drugs, okay? He stole a pack of drugs, and he gonna use it as a way to sell famous, cassette players, okay? Or I should say his album or whatever. But instead of it being the album, he took the cassettes out and he put the drugs in. He like, we trying to get that famous, we trying to get that famous. And of course it was picking up, you know what I'm saying? It was picking up, and then the cops that had hemmed him up the last time coming over there, I see those CDs or I see those albums are selling. Yeah, you know, he finna be famous. Oh, those famous are selling. You know, I'm like, go ahead and go somewhere, okay? So we see this guy come past by two of them, you know, and he go around the corner to his buddy and they smoke that shit up and say, yeah, this that good shit. Mind you, when he first came up in the building to go steal his stuff, you heard one of the crackheads say, man, this shit ain't do nothing. Unique really had the good shit for real, for real. I said, oops, all right. Meanwhile, speaking of Unique, okay, Juliana is nowhere to be goddamn found at this point. Baby, Rock came up there to the store and the store is dark. The lights is out and the door is locked. So she called Juliana, why the store closed? Open up the door, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up. She's still knocking on the door, but then she got her key. She get her gun out her pocketbook, and she just go up in there like, you know, on ready, just in case, okay? Somebody gonna pop out, I'm gonna pop out on that ass. Meanwhile, when she get up in there, the register drawer is open. It still had money up in there. You know, the TV and the security tapes, I should say, on the TV is just waving or whatever. So we don't know what's going on with that. They didn't disrupt that. She go in the back and she just something said, let me go check. Girl, wiped her clear the fuck out. So at this point, she like, ain't this about a bitch? She get on the phone, she call Lou. Lou don't give a fuck. Lou is in the studio with that Ziza bitch. And I'm just like, girl, get up out the studio, okay? You got Hollywood there, aka, what is his name? What is his name? Hollywood from Green Sugar. I'm gonna just keep on calling him that because that's what I like him for. Okay. He is such a versatile actor though. You have got to see the wide range of roles that he has played, and I liked him in just about every role, you know. And so Capri. I think that's what his name is. Capri or something. Anyway. So he just hyping up Aziza about the song is cute, but I feel like she needs something bigger. And then she like, I like the song and I want this or whatever. No, Lou was making a beat. That's what it was. When Rock first called him, Lou was making a beat or whatever. And he said, fuck all that shit. I said, pick up the phone, bitch. And I mean, did you call him 911? Beat me 911 like Missy said? Okay. So at this point, you know, Marvin's still up in anger management, and it was at the end, and he up there talking to Miss Renee. That's her name, Miss Renee. And, you know, how you like me being openly aggressive and openly attractive and openly this or whatever. So they flirting, and she almost fell for the shit. And the way that she was all up in his face, we already know they're going to be doing the bang bang boogie. Okay, that's what they're going to be doing, the bang bang boogie, get down. Okay. And, you know, it got interrupted because Rock had hit him up and was like, you know, come on down. He was like, it's family business. Okay, cool. So when he gets there, Rock had to tell him, Juliana is nowhere to be found. Our money is gone. You know, they got a big ass shipment that's coming in, and they just like, how we supposed to pay for this? How we supposed to do this? What is going to happen? And at this point, you know, they was thinking, because Rock went over there to Juliana's house and nobody was there. She rang the phone and you can hear the phone ringing, but nobody answered the phone. I said Juliana either gone, Unique then either took her out, or I don't know. But, you know, Marvin was thinking that Juliana stole the shit or whatever, and she was like, no, it wouldn't be that way because, you know, she getting the money, I mean the shipment and all that stuff from her cousin in Colombia. And if she did some shit like that, he would find out about it, and she definitely would have been taken care of, okay? So that's just not the situation. Rock don't believe that shit about her anyway, and I'm glad that she don't, okay? Because we know she ain't had nothing to do with it, and it was like, it's only one other motherfucker that can do some shit like this. And it was like, he'd be stupid enough to come after us. Bitch, he ain't got nothing to lose. Of course it's unique. Meanwhile, when Rockhead went up in that studio, after that whole situation with Ziza, she went up in that studio and she said, Luke, okay, mind you, Hollywood up there just flirting with her, spitting off some Shakespeare and all this shit. Let me just tell y'all this, bitch. Raquel, one thing that Raising Kanan has gotten right, and they have yet to miss the mark on, is the outfits. The outfits, okay? And outfits spelled with a W and not a U. The outfits, bitch. I said Raquel look bomb as fuck in that red top and them fucking tight ass pants. I said, bitch, with the hair. Oh my God. I ain't never lived in the 80s. Well, I was born at the late 80s, so I never really lived in it. I mean, I lived in it, but I ain't lived in it. You know, I was born in 87. Okay. So there's that. And girl, I didn't get to experience all of that shit. Cause baby, I would have been fly as fuck. I would have been fly as fuck, bitch. I would have been fly as fuck. I already know it. But you know, she giving me all other feels, and I fucking love it, bitch. Okay, she was, ooh, that was one of the best outfits of the episodes that I seen. Meanwhile, she go down there to confront Lou and was telling him what's going on. You need to get up on your motherfucking game, bitch. And I'm just sitting here like, Lou, I get that you working in this music shit, but you know that your sister is not going to let this shit fly. You cannot serve two masters right about now, because she trying to make it so that you can't. And as soon as you got that page from her, you should have just went on ahead and sent it back, okay? Now she had to come down there embarrassing you. You got Crown listening in on it. I said, he gotta go. He gotta go, okay? And they already figured it out that it's Unique that's doing this shit. It's no other possibility at this point. Meanwhile, we get Detective Burke sitting down there with her daddy, okay? And I said, what y'all trying to make her look a little butch? Y'all trying to make her look a little butch. You know, she sitting outside having a little drink, a little burr with her daddy, right? And she all up on the chair like this. Legs cocked open, bitch. Now, see, I'm a little masculine, okay? Y'all know I'm a little masculine. But, bitch, I don't sit with my legs cocked open like that and be drinking my shit. I said, it's a bit much for me. It's a bit much or whatever. But, you know, they get to talking about how the partner just acting like he don't remember stuff and all this shit. Bert, I need you to just stop it. Get up out of people's business before you get your ass hurt. That's what we've been trying to tell your ass, okay? We've been trying to tell your nosy ass. Somebody said she reminds them of a Detective Rodriguez. No. I could take her. She's a little bit more tolerable than Detective Rodriguez, but she getting there. She getting there. If she don't back the fuck off, she getting there, okay? Get up out of Howard's business. Stay out of black people's business. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. It just felt fitting. It really did. It really did. Okay? She want to be super saver hoe of the black community. That's what she want to do, okay? Clear the streets of all the crime. But anyway, I was like, girl, just mind your business, all right? Just mind your business, okay? That's all. So I guess the little anger management shit is paying off. I guess when you got somebody that you sweet on, as the old kids would say, that you sweet on or whatever, you will actually pay attention, because Marvin was up in that damn project building, and it was a dude that was in a wheelchair that was complaining about the fact that even when the elevator be working, he can't even get his time in to go up on the goddamn elevator because it's so damn crowded with all them damn crackheads and shit. And so, you know, he stepped to Lou. Well, he rode to Lou. Okay. And bitch, did y'all see that Bobby Light show on Zeus? It's stupid as shit. And it's somebody on there that I watch on Chasing Reality. His name is Ike. And he's on Chasing Atlanta, I believe now. He used to be on, I think, G-Class Hustle. It's web series, LGBT stuff. And if you want to get into some LGBT web series, I would suggest start with the Chasing Reality whole series. It's really good. I like those for sure. The production and everything is good. But I'm just really upset that he on this show, because when I tell you that boy is talented, that man has a voice that needs to be out there. Like, he should be mainstream. He's giving me very much when we talking about is R&B dead, that's R&B right there. He's in the lane of, he got that thick voice like Luther Vandross mixed with a little bit of Barry White, mixed with a little bit of Usher. Like, it just sounds so good. And you on here on this stupid ass, fake ass reality show trying to fucking win Bobby Light's heart, even though he gonna get a second season to do it. Get the fuck and getting rolled over by Rolling Ray. But anyway, the same way Rolling Ray rolled over my nigga Ike, old boy stepped, or I should say rolled to Marvin, and was basically like, I've been shot 7 times, nigga. I ain't scared of nobody. I'm still putting niggas in the ground. Mind you, he had his fresh J's on and all that shit. Okay? And so at this moment, you know, Marvin is like, hold on. Because he was about to snap. But then he took that breath in. He opened up the elevator. He let all them little fucking crackheads come out. And he let him have that elevator by himself. And he was proud of himself. He was like, because I'm openly and I'm aggressive. Okay, I got it. I said, calm down. Meanwhile, with all that shit going on, you got Detective Howard up there getting fucked by some little hoe. Okay, little trick on the street, you know. And I got respect, because sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so I say that with all type of respect in terms of endearment, okay? You know, and he wound up asking her, because she was like, oh my God, I gotta go. I'm late to go pick up my son. Mind you, the son is a teenager, okay? And, you know, because now he has a teenager and he's trying to figure out what's going on with that. How does that work and all that? How did he feel about her being what she do? And she said, basically, I told him that I was a barber. I go to barber school or whatever at night. I got all the get up and everything, the tools and all that to make it seem like I'm doing that. And so, you know, at one point, he kind of implied that, you know, what would happen if he find out that your mama out here turning tricks or whatever. And it literally set her off and all that shit. She was like, listen, the fact that I gotta be out here doing this is what I gotta do to survive and what I gotta do to take care of my son. But what he will know is that I love him and I would do anything for him. You know, I guess the sacrifice that a parent would make. So of course Howard, you know, offended her. And she just get on ahead and she gets up out of there. Mind you, as she coming out the house, who we see sitting outside looking? Bitch, it is Burke. Burke is getting on my nerve, okay? We only seen her a couple of times this season, but her little sparse, you know, interactions here and there, it's already irritating me, okay? Next thing you know, she'd have met up with, her little ex-girlfriend, okay? You know, they flirting and shit. I said, listen, and I'm into some lesbian shit, okay? I'm all the way here for it, but I don't want to see this. Girl, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see any goddamn attraction or whatever with Bert and whoever the fuck flirting and all that shit, because she getting on my goddamn nerves. Why is it that the most nosy ones on here in this power universe, why the nosy ladies or whatever in the police force is all gay? Okay, because Rodriguez, she was, I was about to say the D word, but she was out here, oh, white people. She was out here, you know, doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, with her girl. And I was just like, okay, you know, and basically we found out that they used to be together. You know, the ex, her girlfriend or her mother has MS and she needs to find some money to pay for all this shit or whatever. Then we get into the real reason why they was there, because the ex-girlfriend used to work with Detective Howard. Of course, Bert gotta call her up and tell her, listen, bitch. Now, he say that he don't remember shit, but I'm pretty sure that nigga lying. She ain't say nigga because she white, you know, but that's where it was going. She was like, that motherfucker lying. I don't believe him, you know what I'm saying? He my partner, not supposed to have his back, you know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to have no secrets between us or whatever. And then the ex was like, well, We all have secrets. Hell, I was your secret, and that's the reason why we broke up. I said, ma'am, it is so funny how people always try to slide underneath our personal issue when we talking about business, bitch. Get about your feelings. It didn't work. It's not gonna work. Because when they was getting that coffee, she was like, I always think of you. I said, girl, move on to the next vagina, okay? You probably can get better. Like, stop. Anyway, that's probably why y'all was together like that. Because y'all both just don't know how to let the shit go. Anyway, we get Raquel. She up there meeting up with Rorel, okay, in this little parking lot. Because she told Rorel to go see what's going on with Nick. Because everybody think that it's Unique that's doing all this stuff. But Rorel was like, listen, I ain't hear nothing. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to see what's going on. But I ain't been hearing shit at this point. And she was like, now let me tell you something. We brought your ass on so it wouldn't be no motherfucking problem. But now it seems like I can't use your ass, okay? He was like, what? What? I'm doing all that I can. I said, nigga got a little scared. Because, you know, Raquel, she'll clip a nigga in a minute. Okay? And we already know her loyalties ain't with Royale. First of all, she the head bitch in charge. She ain't got to be loyal to nobody because she running this shit. Second of all, you flip from Unique all the way over there to Raquel real quick, real easily. All right? I mean, no resistance at all. So I wouldn't trust that nigga either. Okay? But see, Royale, he knows what's good for him and he ain't trying to die. That's what it is. So she said, you better get your ass out there and you better fucking find Unique before I do. Because then I'm going to fuck your ass up and you probably ain't going to be here no more. I said, go ahead, Roel. Worm on the way and go do what you got to do. Meanwhile, you got Juke and Kanan up in there in the room. And Kanan then told Juke about what Detective Howard had said. And he trying to figure out whether or not he going to tell his mama. And in the midst of them talking or whatever, here come Raquel. What y'all up in here talking about? Nothing. Juke said, listen, I'm finna go. I'm about to go to bed. I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? So, of course, Kanan at first wasn't going to tell, you know, but then he told her. He was like, you know, he said that he my daddy and all that stuff. And here comes Raquel. But Raquel's do it so convincingly, and it came out her mouth so easy. Like, it didn't stutter her. It didn't shake her for a minute. It didn't choke her up like, He said, what? Like she had to think of a lie. She just went on ahead and said, now you know that motherfucker crazy. Let me tell you something. He ain't been right in the head for a minute, okay? Like he, you know, he got shot and all that stuff. He don't know what's going on. And, you know, he always been saying some shit or whatever. But you know that ain't even true. He been saying some shit for years like this or whatever. So don't even worry nothing about that. I said, you know what? Raquel. Raquel need her ass whooped, okay? You are keeping this boy from his father, all right? His father, you know? And I'm just sitting here like, this is the worst parenting ever. The worst parenting ever, okay? Well, I ain't gonna say ever, but just about the majority of the mamas that be on the Power Empire, they really don't be telling their kids, can we get a mother that be like, you know I'm in the game, I know your father in the game or whatever, but I want you to go to school and you stay up out of this shit. Now I'm pretty sure that's how it initially started off with Kanan, but then Kanan butted his nose into the business and shit, and Raquel said, fuck it, bitch, you in it, so you ain't finna get out of it. I don't care how you feel. I really just want somebody to put their foot down and say, go to college, okay? Go get a real job, you know, not no street shit. Meanwhile, you know, Marvin had met up with Lou. And Lou was in the car playing jukebox song, okay? And I really have a feeling, but I don't want this to happen. The way Juke was singing, and remember, let's go back to when Ziza was up in the studio and then old boy was like, this song cute, but she needs something bigger. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that Lou don't take jukebox song and give it to that bitch to sing. Because you know that's what happens too. Okay, we are not finna Ashanti and J-Lo this bitch, all right? Do not jukebox her music like that, okay? Meanwhile, you know, Marvin basically tell him that, you know, they can't find Unique. Lou really feels like it was Juliana who did the shit. So, you know, since he gets in the car and he realizes that it's Juke that's singing and all that stuff, he was like, so this really Juke? She sound good. Do she ever think of me? Or do she ever talk about me? And then Lou was like, no. Nigga, no, okay? He was like, I really fucked that up. Hell yeah, you did. Meanwhile, you got Jukebox out here stalking her mama. I mean, it was one thing looking at her across the street as she come down her brownstone or whatever, getting into her chauffeur car. And then it's another thing for her to be walking right behind her. And I said, Latoya, you don't feel that? You don't feel like somebody's walking? Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. You know, you don't feel that? You don't feel like, because sometimes you feel like you can feel the essence of somebody or something just behind you, just make you go. I just wanted Latoya to go like this. As soon as she went like this, I said, turn around. She said, nah, I'm going to keep on walking. I said, oh. Meanwhile, Crown, he comes over there to Rock Place. You know, you got Famous out there talking to Kanan. Of course, complaining about the fact that he ain't got no place to stay. Crown just so happened to be working with somebody that owns some buildings or whatever in the studio. And he can look into potentially getting him a place. Okay, so of course, Famous is happy for that. Meanwhile, you know, Crown go up in there to talk to Rock about this whole situation with Lou. I need to get his ass out of the fucking music business. You need to get his ass out the fucking music business. He needs to get his ass back on the street because it's fucking up my business. It's fucking up your business. And I feel as though what we need to do is I'm going to sell you a stake up in my business or whatever. And that's going to push him out. And y'all can money launder all the money and stuff through the record company. And next thing you know, a phone call rings and it's business, street business, got to be handled. And Raquel said, it's time for you to get the fuck up out of here. She was like, he was like, you can't tell Lou. I was like, Lou ain't gonna know no shit. Now get the fuck on. I said, you know what? Y'all not gonna keep on doing this to Lou. Just because Lou want better for himself, y'all not gonna keep on doing this to him. The nigga got burnt up in the first season. What else do he have to do, bitch? Damn. So Royale come up on them, and you got Marvin, Rocky, and Lulu, and he was like, listen, they was like, you probably in on this shit. All of a sudden this motherfucker, you know, want to meet. He was like, I ain't in on nothing. Unique is the one that wanted to meet with y'all, okay? But of course, it was Unique that, you know, had took her money, had Juliana. Juliana was not the snitch. Juliana did not try to steal nothing. She didn't run off. Nick just took her ass and took all her shit. And basically what it is that he want peace, allegedly. He said, first of all, my name don't ring bells in this street no more. I ain't got shit to do no more because y'all done fuck my ass up, you know. Raquel was basically like tough titty. That's how the game go. You know what I'm saying? Because they put that detective killing or shooting on him. And he really didn't do it. He's like, I can't even set up nowhere without niggas coming after me, you know, meaning the cops and stuff, okay? But at the same time, it's just like, you know, this is just the street life that you gotta go through. And I just really hope that these niggas that's be out here on this goddamn corner, that be trying to be this mass empire type of dude, you know, these gang leaders and all this stuff. I hope while y'all out here slinging these drugs and stuff, y'all putting money away so that just in case something happened that you ain't in the game no more, you could be cool for at least a bit before you have to go do some other shit. Because Unique said he retired, which means like I don't know if that means that he good or whatever, but it sounded like he wanted a price to get out. You know what I'm saying? And all he really wanted, according to him, was a little bit of peace. Okay, leave him, his girl, his son alone, all that shit, give him a little bit of peace. They wanted him to get the fuck up out of there. And he was like, no, Southside is home. I said, you know what? I don't know. Now, see, Raquel, because at first, you know, Raquel was about to kill his ass. But then Lou said, if we take him out, the police and everybody gonna know that it's us, okay? And so Marvin had an issue with that. Like, this nigga tried to kill you. And he was like, that's street life. It ain't nothing personal, okay? You got a personal problem. Unique said no. He just want to get the fuck out. So at this point, Raquel was like, give me your gun. And then they pat him down. And it's the fact that he went on ahead and gave that bitch his gun. And I was like, oh, really? So you're that trusting? And I said, oh, okay, I forgot. He got her money and she still needs him alive to get the money as to where it's at. So I don't know if Unique gonna be on for the rest of this season or what. I really hope that he do, because that's the only real competition that, you know, I really liked him. I really liked that little competition that was going on. But that was that with that. And so I was just like, oh shit. Meanwhile, we got Latoya. Girl, Jukebox then followed Latoya to a church. Now let me tell y'all something, bitch. If I ever went to a institution, a facility, or whatever, a church, a building, I'm gonna have to say no. I'm gonna have to pass once I see all them steps. Y'all already knew my plight, because when I tell y'all, when I went to go see that other place and they had all them damn steps, that's what it looked like. But imagine them steep steps, but 3.5 of those. No, 4 of those, because it was 3 on the inside and it was 1 on the outside. Baby, my legs was feeling like jelly. I ain't know what the fuck to do. I said I'm too big for this shit, okay? Like, girl, I said, am I supposed to be breathing this goddamn hard? I was sounding like Aries Spears. So I was just like, oh my God, what is going on? I'm about to die. And the way that Juke had to literally jog up them steps, I said, now what if the older members come down there and they just tumble? But anyway, I be thinking about shit like that. She go up in there and we hear somebody singing for the Lord and having choir practice. Baby, Latoya Luckett doing what she do. She's singing, okay? You know, she the lead singer of the choir. Catch that. But, you know, all of a sudden, Juke just standing there and she like mesmerized a little bit. And Latoya is all up in her mode, you know, just doing it. And then when she finally comes down and she opens her eyes and she look and she sees Juke, and you can kind of, even though they're not related, but in real life, but you can kind of, I like how they made it that you can kind of spot the resemblance somehow. For some reason, to me, they look like mother and sister. They look related, okay? Whether it's mother and daughter, sister and sister, aunt and cousin, I don't know. They look related. And she spotted it right off the back. Juke got startled, realized that she was looking at her. They had a moment, and she just ran out, okay? Latoya runs after her, but doesn't catch her, you know? And then at the very end, Kanan get off the bus, finna get ready to go home. He come around the corner. Detective Howard pop up on his ass. Now, see, I'm gonna have to get a restraining order on you, okay? I know you just told me that you my daddy. That's fine or whatever, but you cannot be popping up on me in my life just like this, okay? Give me the chance to digest all of this shit. But he had to tell her. Now, I know your mama probably done told you that I probably got amnesia, you know, that I'm crazy in the head or whatever, and that I don't remember what happened. Oh, I remember what happened. Your ass shot me, okay? But see, I'm gonna take a bullet for you just like I'm gonna take another bullet for you. I never turned my son in. I said, oops. Kanan was sitting there stuck. I said, now pull your lip up, okay? Pull your lip up. But at this moment, I just really don't know where shit finna go. Rock finna kill Detective Howard. Because the one thing Rock do not want to do is be associated with a cop. And to know that she fucked a cop. That is like the detriment of all detriment. So she probably finna kill him. But anyway, this episode really should, to be honest, this season can actually be called daddy issues. Mommy and daddy issues, okay? Cause Juke got daddy issues, Juke got mommy issues, and Kanan got daddy issues and mommy issues. Famous got mommy issues. We don't know who his daddy is, you know. So hey, it's just a fucking mess. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I will see y'all later on. Peace.